Welcome to 4 Minute Friday, where we look at deep spiritual common understandings or ideas, take them apart, present them in new ways based on a real understanding, a deeper understanding of the nature of reality. And today we're talking about astrology. My time is actually broken, but I did practice this and it's about 4 minutes. So let's get into it and I'll see you on the other side. Now, the subject of the video is astrology, but actually it's a bigger subject and it's an important one for our spiritual search, our use of the law of attraction. Because any time that we give our power away to something else, could be anything at all, we undermine our natural right and ability to determine our own path to use our power. And that's not symbolic, it's actually practical. If we do that, then we weaken our capacity to use our own consciousness creatively to shape our lives in intelligent or even magical ways. And something else happens at the same time, and it's quite quiet, is that it actually creates more fear, more uncertainty, and more hesitation in our lives when we disempower ourselves. Because the moment that you trust an external authority like astrology over your own awareness, you actually stop trusting yourself. It's either one or the other. And astrology is just one place where this shows up. Now, astrology doesn't steal power aggressively. It does it quite politely in a way, comfortably. It's got explanations. They sound quite reasonable. People say things like, well, can't help it, I'm a Scorpio. Or Mercury retrograde is why everything feels off. Or I'll wait until this transit passes. All those types of things. We've all heard them. And none of that sounds dangerous or unreasonable. If you believe in astrology, we kind of get used to that. But notice what happened. Something really distinct, that the center of authority shifted from our own awareness to something outside of ourselves. To the sky, we think that's where the heavens are. That's why the stars seem so appealing. To time, to a chart created by somebody else at the time of your birth. And it's kind of like quiet power theft. And the deeper issue, and this is where astrology quietly falls apart, and we have to understand, is that astrology only makes sense if you believe reality is driven by time, that the past causes the present leads to the future. You're essentially moving along this kind of track that you didn't design. Your birth happened back then. The stars were in a certain position. Those positions are now shaping what's unfolding in your life for good or for bad. But the understanding of conscious creation on this channel points to something very different, that reality isn't caused by time at all. Time's something that we experience within reality. It's not running the whole thing. And a good way to understand this is to think about a dream, that analogy. So in a dream, there's a clear sense of sequence. There's an apparent past, an apparent present, and an apparent future. It's all unfolding, or it appears to be anyway. But none of that time is actually creating the dream. The beginning of the dream doesn't cause the end of it. That's the illusion of your consciousness, the way that events are placed. You could ask yourself, how do those events get into the dream, my dream? How does time get into the dream? Who put it there? Well, you did, of course, and you decide the effects of it. Just as time's an illusion in the dream state, it's an illusion here. And in truth, the whole dream is arising at once within the dreamer's mind. And the sense of before and after is something experienced inside the dream. And all effects are created in the mind of the dreamer, you, the person who created this environment. And this reality works much more like that than we're ever taught, which means the stars that you create your version of aren't doing things to you. They're simply part of the environment appearing within your experience in the same way that scenery appears in a dream. Now, of course, people often say, my horoscope's incredibly accurate. Yes, well, that's actually a clue, isn't it, to the power of the law of attraction? Because the law of attraction is real for all of us on all occasions, and that's where the belief always comes first. A horoscope offers you a story about who you are based on somebody else's ideas. But once you accept it, your consciousness begins organizing your life and events around it. Your reactions, your expectations, your behaviors, other people's behaviors. Identity creates experience. And so astrology doesn't control your life because you create your own reality. And when you stop outsourcing your own authority, life actually feels like a real creation. It gets much easier. And so astrology isn't real. It's something that you created just as you create any other event. My advice is that you stop giving your power away to it. So that's it. I'm not sure how we did it because I didn't put my timer on. It's about 4 minutes. But fundamentally, if that resonates with you, then take a deeper journey into the nature of time and consciousness. And if you want a leg up, a help with that, you can download my book for free of charge and a whole bunch of lessons. It's called The Dream We Call Earth, and it will empower you and help you recognize that astrology, no other belief system, creates your future. You do, and you have the power to create a beautiful and magical future for yourself. That's it. Have a great weekend, and I'll see you next week. Take care.